Welcome to the NTN Nightly. I'm Nisha Charles. This edition's top stories. St. Lucia's Prime Minister lays the climate agenda ahead of critical talks at the UN General Assembly. The Ministry of Health and Wellness addresses claims made against the use of local fruits. The University of the West Indies' 5-island campus opens in Antigua, Barbuda. All that plus the latest in youth development, sports, and the NTN Nouvelle Art Creole. The 74th session of the UN General Assembly will open on 17 September 2019. On Monday, 23 September, the UN Secretary-General will convene a climate summit. Featuring prominently will be St. Lucia's Prime Minister and Chairman of CARICOM, Honorable Alan Chastanet, as he champions the call for Small Island Developing States SIDS for world action on climate change. That includes the use of a vulnerability index by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, in determining the countries that qualify for concessionary funding from multilateral financial agencies and development partners. Also, the $100 billion pledged under the Paris Climate Agreement to assist developing countries in their mitigation and adaptation measures to be delivered on. In the lead-up to the UN General Assembly, Prime Minister Chastanet has been lobbying global leaders and organizations, including the Commonwealth. Janelle Norville reports.
While the rest of the world wrestles with grasping the realities of climate change, the Caribbean continues to be confronted by its disastrous effects. Prime Minister of St. Lucia and CARICOM Chairman, the Honorable Alan Chastanet, explained that everyone from governments, organizations, and citizens alike must play their part as worsening natural disasters are striking without prejudice. The Commonwealth is one of the organizations that has been in the forefront of the fight against climate change. The Commonwealth Blue Charter is an agreement by all 53 Commonwealth countries adopted at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in London in April 2018. In the Blue Charter, Commonwealth countries agree to actively cooperate to solve ocean-related problems and meet commitments for sustainable ocean development, with particular emphasis on the UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, especially SDG 14, Life Below Water.
It's undeniable the impact that plastics, as an example, is having on our landfills, but more importantly on the oceans. And that when you're now getting fish and you're finding that the content of plastics in them is at a very high and alarming level, it means that we need to take action now. And I think that if you would look back at that meeting and then look at the actions that took place afterwards, St. Lucia being an example of one of them, where we've now banned plastics and are going to a complete ban of plastics, it tells you that on the face of evidence that if in fact that we are genuine humans and that we are interested in the sustainability of our own economy and that we become our brother's keeper, that we all recognize the importance of doing the right thing. And so the Blue Charter really is a very clear example of doing the right thing.
Prime Minister the Honorable Chastanet noted that countries irrespective of size, location or GDP are being wiped out within hours by natural disasters such as hurricanes. Highlighting the impact of the recent hurricanes, including Hurricane Maria and Dorian, he indicated that in most cases the countries have damages beyond their GDP and must rebuild from scratch despite not having the required resources.
And sadly, lost in all of this was the impacts that we saw in Haiti, in which we were dealing with hundreds of thousands of people. And again, we were, or some were quick to dismiss that as being that Haiti was a poor country to begin with, and it was only making a very bad situation worse. But here we've seen a country, Bahamas, very viable, the BVI, very viable, St. Martin, very viable, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, 3 million people. And literally a storm brought Puerto Rico to its knees, where it literally had to shut down business. That loss of revenue, the income that was being displaced for all these individuals, so you're not only losing the income that you had, but now you have all these tremendous expenses, and then now the personal trauma that you're having to be able to overcome. That's billions of dollars of productivity that is lost that could never be recovered.
The Prime Minister continues to advocate for the use of a vulnerability index for small island developing states when seeking aid rather than GDP. For the Government Information Service, I am Janelle Norville.
The Bahamas Protected Areas Fund, the BPAF, a sister fund to the St. Lucia National Conservation Fund, has appealed for donations to support recovery efforts within the Bahamas. The mandate of the NCF, like the BPAF, is also to provide grants for conservation, sustainable development, and climate and disaster resilience in St. Lucia. Thus, the board approved a small grant to assist the BPAF with its community-based disaster efforts. During the restoration process, and in keeping with its mandate, the BPAF will give local grants to support for assessments to determine the impacts of Hurricane Dorian on ecosystem health, restoration of impacted protected areas, and other initiatives related to ecosystem recovery following Hurricane Dorian. The BPAF will also support the provision of water purification systems and renewable energy initiatives for communities in Abaco and Grand Bahama. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is dispelling information contained in a recent video on social media. The video in question claims that 5 of our local fruits can cause death and illness. Chief Nutritionist with the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Lisa Hunt, says on the contrary, these fruits hold immense nutritional value and should be consumed as part of a healthy diet.
They have been consumed over time by our ancestors, and they continue to be consumed by many people in St. Lucia. To date, there are no deaths or illnesses caused by those fruits and vegetables. I want to reassure St. Lucians that don't allow one video to confuse us, to allow us to doubt all the information, all the knowledge, all the scientific research that has been done, and there are numerous on the benefits of those fruits.
The fruits in question include papaya, mango, avocado, starfruit, and sugar apple.
They are high in nutrients, they are high in phytochemicals, which helps to protect us from illnesses, which helps us to prevent chronic diseases, which help to prevent cholesterol. They are high in fiber. They are high in vitamin C that helps to combat and damaged cells, that helps to restore our health, that helps to build our immune system. Avocado, for example, is eaten all over the world. It helps to reduce cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and helps to improve the good one.
And this is the NTN Nightly. Ryan O'Brien is up next.
Do you know me? I've been forced to do this by my trafficker. I was promised a better life, but got forced into domestic servitude. I can be any age. I can be any gender, any ethnicity. I am a victim of trafficking in persons. Know the signs, see it, report it. If you see me, please help me. Call the TIP hotline at 847.
Welcome back. We join Ryan O'Brien for the latest happenings in youth development and sports.
Thanks, Nisha. Welcome to your update from Youth Development and Sports on the NTN Nightly News. I'm Ryan O'Brien. The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports will be staging its Under-19 school sports in 2 divisions this year, Big 8 and Division 2. Here are the schools that will be competing in the Big 8 and the disciplines in which they will be entered. Babonneau Secondary, basketball. Boys Training Center, football. Castries Comprehensive Secondary School, netball. Trizell Secondary, netball. Cicero Secondary, football. Corinth Secondary, netball and basketball. Antigua Secondary, football. Granivere Secondary, football. Leonhurst Comprehensive, netball. Miku Secondary, netball and football. Sir Arthur Lewis Community College will compete in netball, basketball and football. Sir Ira Simmons Secondary, basketball. Suffolk Comprehensive in netball, basketball and football. St. Joseph's Convent, netball, and St. Mary's College, basketball and football. One of the organizers of the Caribbean Children Charity Shield says the initiative of sport in developing well-rounded citizens in the Caribbean region is paramount to all those involved in staging the competition. A team from the Boys Training Center, BTC, recently participated in the 2019 version of the event in Grenada, coming home with the Best Discipline Team Award and making it to the semi-final stage of the competition.
We look at strictly peace. We don't have any war going on. We are in the 6th year and we have never had any indiscipline. We also expect the coaches and managers as well to teach the children about peace and having compassion for other persons and respect for everyone around them. One of the components is also to build a relationship with other children from other Caribbean countries as well as the host country. We know that the adults, it's easy for us. We usually build relationships and build our resources, but now we need to have a component where the children come and not only play football, but we use this as an educational tournament as well, where we get to see other cultures, we get to see other places of interest in the countries, and the children will go back and take that wealth of knowledge with them to not only their schools, but to their country in a whole.
Brown also revealed that a similar competition involving the region's young girls is also being played within the region, having been introduced last year. And that's your update from Youth Development and Sports for today. I'm Ryan O'Brien.
Thanks, Ryan. The University of the West Indies 5-island campus in Antigua, Barbuda has officially opened. Valdrin Hackett of CARICOM News Time reports.
Hundreds of attendees turned out on Tuesday to commemorate a proud moment in the history of the country. Guyanese-born Professor Stafford Griffith will be at the helm of the campus. In introducing him at the opening ceremony, University of the West Indies Vice-Chancellor Sir Hilary Beckles said, "Difficult decisions requiring wisdom and experience will have to be made during the formative years of the institution." He said the UE has turned to one of its wisest.
Now, my pleasure and my honor to introduce our acting interim principal of our 5 Islands campus, please, Professor Stafford Griffith.
In a brief address, Professor Griffith underscored the value of higher education for economic development.
I regard the establishment of this new campus as an outcome of the confluence of the thinking of 2 visionary leaders, the Honorable Gaston Brown, Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, who clearly recognizes the value that a university campus brings to the economic and the social development of a nation, and Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, our esteemed Vice-Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, who demonstrates an unwavering conviction that the University of the West Indies must play a pivotal role in the further development of the Caribbean by extending its services, particularly to the Eastern Caribbean. A campus in Antigua and Barbuda is a good place from which to do so. The value of higher education to economic development is not a debatable issue.
Voldering Hackett of CARICOM News Time with that report. And stay with the NTN Nightly. Up next, Primus Hutchinson is here with the NTN Nouvelle en Creole.
What's in the food you're eating? Do you really even know? All the chemicals and hormones used to accelerate their growth. All the artificial flavoring, sweeteners and colors too. We consume and we don't spare a thought for the damage that they'll do. No, think about the children. Think about the children. How will we save them? Chemicals and GMOs are not the solution. Use organic and join.
Excessive agrochemical use, additives, and genetically modified foods are harmful to health and the environment. Join the good food revolution. Grow, buy, and consume organic. A message from Rise St. Lucia and the Ministry of Sustainable Development with funding from the GEF Small Grants Program, UNDP.
The good food revolution.
Welcome back. We join Primus Hutchinson for the NTN Nouvelle en Creole.
Monsieur Nichel, Monsieur Madame, département qui nous responsabilité pour formation gouvernement cette ici, ça c'est GIS, en ce petit télévision nationale pays NTN, caposato Nouvelle Creole, President Primus Hutchinson. Premier ministre honorable Alain Chassenay, qui est payé lundi, le 9 septembre, pour une visitation officielle en organisation qui a gouverné de manière pays qui a conduit business et puis on a l'autre, ça c'est WTO. Premier ministre Chassenay, qui jeune depuis toutes les go grecs à l'organisation ça là, et qu'après, il était engagé en grande discussion et puis les go officiers des Nations Unies. Premier ministre Chassenay délivré une adresse spéciale quand il parlait concernant le changement du climat et la façon d'acheter et de vendre entre un pays pour l'autre. Comme Premier ministre là, était en retourné en visitation pour Bahamas, côté il était une station cyclone Dorian, il posait adresse là à ce grand dommage qui ouais et manière ça affecté la vie de ces gens. Pour ça là, honorable Chassenay noté que petit pays comme qui existait à Caraïbes là en danger pour disparaître par conséquence des désastres comme ça. Alors, un effort pour aider ces pays à abattre le changement du climat et faire un appel à tous les communes internationales pour prendre attention de ça qui est arrivé à ces pays là. Premier ministre Chassenay fait un appel pour les autorités honorées promettre pour aider ces pays-là et $100 millions pour aider à abattre le changement du climat. Mais honorable Chassenay a ajouté que ces pays n'ont pas de confiance qui aura recevoir l'assistance là. Premier ministre Chassenay si je veux qu'il y a une autre façon pour approcher cette situation, c'est pour établir le fonds pour aider ces pays à abattre et bâtir résilience contre le changement du climat. Il y a aussi renforcer pour la fondation qui pourrait carrément comme ça pour assistance pour ces pays Caraïbes là. Premier ministre Chassenay aussi veut représenter devant les autorités WTO et Nations Unies situation côté plusieurs à ces pays là sur une liste noire qui a sali réputation. Il y a aussi qu'à placer ces pays à une désignation qui peut justifier pièce de bonnement. Premier ministre Chassenay, chaîne de discussion et puis directeur général WTO concernant le secteur touristique et qui fait de façon pour acheter et vendre à ces pays. Et renforcer la nécessité pour la nouvelle règle en place pour aider ces secteurs à avancer la vie peuple dans ces pays Caraïbes là et aussi pour façon que pays international ça acheter vendre pour porter bénéfice pour tout pays, particulièrement ces pays Caraïbes là et CARICOM. Directeur général pour ces pays OICS là, Dr. Dirk Jules, Tiff fait autre là et puis Premier ministre là. Un effort pour essayer de réduire sur manière moun ka sime zodi vai n'importe côté. Association Route électrique cette ici à ce pays autorité qui est responsable pour ménagement affaires zodi pays officiellement commencé une initiative pour qu'à servir publicité à sous l'auto par un sticker. Non, c'est garçon au fou et bien qui. Tout un effort pour encourager le public là à son meilleure façon pour déposer audio. Carl Hunter, qui a représenté chaise de l'environnement, et aussi gérer des affaires propriétaires avec Jade Mountain, explique que quand il s'est sorti, on a eu une discussion, et puis les étudiants ont l'école secondaire comprehensive Sophia. C'est le hunter, c'est étudiant qui a quoi c'est mon qui est coupable, pas de briser pièce d'éducation parce que vous savez bien ça, vous avez fait à pas droite. Vous avez fait ça par majesté. Alors là, ni pour une façon pour faire sortir quand vous coupable, sortir sans insulter. Et c'est comme ça, nous, garçons, ou quoi, fou un béquille. Officier de communication, Emeline Jean déclare que ça, vous avez fait présentement, c'est pour décourager des gros problèmes aujourd'hui. Manière ça, sérieusement, manière ça, sérieux, particulièrement à ce pays, à cette commune pays. J'ai fait référence pour les gens qui ont taillé zeb, boda chimé, cette commune et ces grands chimés aussi, et qui ont quitté toutes les autres assemblées. Officier a dit que ça a agi des animaux, et bêtes, qui a bouché canal, tout ça c'est menace pour santé publique, qui a coûté pays à millions de dollars pour nettoyer. L'année totale, il y a 1000 stickers et qui sont available à National Trust de cette ici, Association Hotel et Tourisme et Autorité pour Ménagement Zordi en cette ici. Les étudiants qui performent très haut dans l'examination Common Entrance, l'examination certificat d'éducation secondaire Caribla, et pour Carnaval des enfants, en ville Gozile, trouver Gualonné pour accomplissement. C'est au Monisala, pour honorer les étudiants, c'est une qui a fait tous les années par le gouvernement de Taïwan. L'ambassade de République Chine à Taïwan, Douglas Chen, encourager les étudiants pour continuer pour mettre tout effort en ça au café. Il a aussi dit, il y a espoir qu'il y en a ces jours, il y en a qui a trouvé assistance pour faire études à Taïwan. L'ambassade Chine déclaré qu'en l'année qui passe, le pays Taïwan a assisté plus de 170 étudiants, c'est lycéens, pour suivre études à pays Taïwan et parmi eux, c'était 3 docteurs. Alors, il y a espoir que, parmi ces étudiants qui recevaient selon ça là, Gozile, qui a trouvé assistance aussi pour suivre études à Taïwan. Ces étudiants qui fait primaire dans l'examination Common Entrance, c'est Marie-Thérèse Sinclair, Tori Francis, Deontay Justin et Zayda Fontenelle. En l'examination éducation secondaire Caribla, c'était Casey James et Kumari Bujama. Puis pour les individus qui étaient performés en calypso des enfants, c'était David Dorsey. Pendant pour les enfants des spectacles carnival, c'était Chaz Nathan, Kaida avec Kadia Constable, Kenyan avec Keon Ennis et Zachariah Hippolyte. Ministre des Affaires et Égalité, Justice sociale et représentative pour Gozile, honorable Leonard Montout, encourager ces étudiants pour continuer à pousser pour trouver succès, même si ils ont espéré ces bavades. Il dit qu'il n'y a pas trop jeunes pour comprendre qu'ils ont pour faire effort et sacrifice pour ça accomplir. C'est un moyen pour honorer ces étudiants et pour le coup, vendredi passé, le 7 septembre. C'est comme ça que nous avons votre nouvelle là. Je vous remercie autant pour regarder et nous avons une invitation. Je l'ai vu moi encore, c'est dire, quand ça veut la vie, nous avons posé l'autre nouvelle à Créole. Après ça, nous avons posé Lucia.
Merci Opil Primus. And here's a look at what's happening to us weather-wise.
Fair to occasionally cloudy skies with a few scattered showers. An area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave is located about 650 miles or 1,046 kilometers east of the Lesser Antilles, moving westward at 15 miles per hour or 24 kilometers per hour. Some slight development of this system is still possible today. However, it is forecast to move westward towards unfavorable upper-level winds tomorrow. This system is expected to affect the region from late tomorrow into Friday. Another tropical wave located over the eastern tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 20 miles per hour or 31 kilometers per hour. Some slow development of this system is possible during the next few days as it moves westward over the tropical Atlantic. The tide for Castries Harbour was high at 2:48 p.m. and will be low again at 7:48 p.m. The tide for Vieux Bay was high at 3:55 p.m. and will be low again at 9:15 p.m. The seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet or 0.9 to 1.5 meters. The sun will rise Thursday at 5:52 a.m.
And that brings us to the end of the NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the St. Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I'm Nisha Charles.